All right. It's not my weekend podcast with your boy Jerry G. What is up, everybody? Hope you guys having a great. Well, it's Monday actually, so how great can it be, right? It's Monday, July 31st. Aquí en la tardecita, güey, ya, güey, ready to settle in. Hope you guys had a good weekend, dog. Shit, dog, it's still hot as fuck, man. I'm over it, dog, right? I'm over it, dude. Just, I'm a shower in the morning guy. I love showering in the morning. Nighttime, only if I have a show. If I don't have a show, I don't like to shower at night so much. Because me despierta, güey. I mean, the shower wakes me up, fool. So if I shower in la noche, güey, I can't sleep, fool. Which also helps me when I go out to a show. It helps me take a shower, wake the hell up, get it going. Basically, the shower gets me going, fool. That's why I shower every morning, fool, and it just gets me going. And what I'm trying to tell you is that when I shower in the morning, obviously with this heat, by noon, dog, I'm feeling already all sticky and dirty and tired, and it's bad, fool. It's bad. This heat is it's not fun, dog. It's not fun. But global warming, right? Global warming. Querían global warming. No entienden. No hacen caso. Y'all don't listen, dog. I don't know. I don't know what this world's going to look like 50 years from now, dog. Less, dog. 20 years from now, bro. Yeesh. Oh, well. As long as the old-timers folks home has kick-ass air conditioning, dog. Hopefully, right? Anyways. Had a good weekend, dog. What can I say, fool? I was over there in Covina Laugh Factory all weekend opening for Paul Rodriguez. I didn't post a lot because, it's not my show, dog. I'm just there as a guest opening act. And I had a blast, though, fool. Got to made a lot of new fans, dog. A lot of people who've never fucking heard of me before tripping out. Like, who the hell are you? Do you headline? Where do you perform? Where are you at? Where can we find you? I'm like, bitch. They're like, because I'm an opener, a lot of people who never see me were like, you're pretty good. You should, you're going to be okay. You're going to keep at it. You're pretty funny. I'm like, bitch. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a trip. A lot of, party. It was sold out all weekend. Sold out. I was there Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. There was actually 2 shows Sunday, but I said, chale, güey. Yeah, I don't like performing Sundays, dog, especially when it's not my show. They gave me the option because there was other people who Paul wanted to give some guest spots to. And so I saw that as an opening, like, oh, I'm good. I won't be here Sunday. Don't worry about it. I told the owner, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not going to be here Sunday, dog. Like, oh, what? Why not? What's going on? You're doing great. You're awesome. I'm like, I know, dog, but I think Paul wants to put up some other friends on Sunday and gives me a little chance to, not be here, basically. But all weekend was awesome, bro. That's a nice club, man. For those of you guys out here living in Covina area, Whittier, all that, Pomona, Azusa, Glendora, El Monte, La Puente, dog. Those are all cool cities. They're surrounding areas that take advantage, bro. It's a nice club. Good people. Owner's dope as hell. Real nice guy. And good things, man. Covina, this area, I say Covina, but that area, West Covina, all that, it needed this, bro. It needed a comedy. I've been saying it for years, dog. That specific area, which is the east side, east of East LA side, there's not much there, bro. Not much there, dog. Either you got to go to Hollywood or you got to go to Brea, which is the border of Orange County and LA, or you got to go to Ontario, which is Inland Empire, way outside of LA. And there's really nothing in that market right there, bro. It's a great market, man. Yo cuando empezaba mi comedy, I was like, there needs to be a comedy club right here, Whittier area, dog. There has to be a comedy club. There's fucking money out here. People want to come out. And yeah, hell yeah, fool. So I'll be performing there. The owner and I really hit it off, man. I've known him for a while. He's actually the owner of the Laugh Factory in Las Vegas. So he's like, yo, man, I want to obviously bring you out here to Covina more often. He knows that Vegas is not really my market too much, man. Vegas relies more on tourists. So he likes to have a lot of older white comedians, like these cruise ship comics, He likes to have just older comics there, like señores, semi-retired. And that's not really my shit right there, dog, right? Even though I love performing in Vegas, his club is not really a specific club for my type of audience. But anyways, he knows this one is it. I had a blast, fool. got to meet. Basically, me. I had met him before. I had met him, but this time I really got the chance to really hang out and talk to him for a little bit. John Lovitz, bro. John Lovitz, man. Low key, I realized, man, this guy, he's done a lot, bro. John Lovitz, Benchwarmers, A League of Their Own, Saturday Night Live, a bunch of Adam Sandler movies, dog. He's done a lot of shit. He's very talented, very funny, very nice guy. Got to chop it up with him for a little bit, pick his brain. He's only been doing comedy for 20 years, and he's 67 years old. Está viejo el compa. He's 67 years old, been doing stand-up comedy for 20 years, basically. Dude, I've been doing it 14. So he started when he was like 47 years old, más o menos. And he said he just got into it because he was already acting. He was acting. He was SNL. He was an improv theater comic. Actor, not a comedian. And so they started encouraging him. Obviously, his colleagues, David Spade and other homies, Norm Macdonald, all the homies he hung out with, Drew Carey, Paul Rodriguez, all these people he would work with, they would encourage him to do stand-up comedy. And eventually he did. And he's really good, bro. He didn't perform this weekend with us. He was just hanging out in the green room with us. But I've seen him do it. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, have seen him. And he's really, really good, man. El Beach John Lovitz, bro. Very witty, smart, quirky, like all that stuff, man. And it was real awesome to hang out with him for a little bit. Yeah, man, good times, dog. Good times. Other than that, dog, shit, dude. I've been, like I said, laying low, dog. Just laying low, home. You see me posting in my stories. I'm pretty much at the house, in HP. I went to Ross today. HP opened up a Ross, dog. That's how well it's going here. Covina is opening Laugh Factories, IKEAs and shit. We're opening Ross's, dog. That's what we're doing. Right? Oh, my goodness. I'm not a big Ross fan. I'd rather go to Marshall's. I'd rather pay a little extra for damaged clothes, irregular clothes. Ross, I don't buy clothes there. I don't have, maybe a sweater, maybe. I like going for the underwear. I like buying PSD and Ethica underwear. That's my shit. I like buying the pinche socks, the good quality socks that they have there. I always forget the name of those socks that I really like. They're very popular for they're very thick and fancy. God damn it. I always forget the name of those damn socks. That's what I buy there. I buy my undershirt, my wife beaters. That's what I go for. And I buy kid stuff too. Nicolas, shorts, pants, little shit like that. That's what I get the kids, dog. That's what I go to Ross for. Accessories, chingaderas. They got pretty cool furniture, right? But not that cheap, dog. It's not that cheap. So it's hard for me to buy furniture from Ross when it's not, the price isn't even that great, but it's pretty. I don't trust it, dog. Something's wrong with this shit, dog. I know something's wrong with you, fool. Like when you see a hot girl single. Something's wrong with you, dog. Something's wrong with you. I do trip out on hot chicks that are single. It's like, I know there's a bunch of guys after you. I know you go out with dudes. You have to be fucking some of these guys. There's a reason why they're not marrying you or getting you pregnant. There is a reason. And I do learn that. Like, I get to go out with some of these hot chicks. And I realize it. I'm like, oh, estás loca. Yeah, you're a little insane. Something's a little off. I get it. I get it now. I don't know, dog. But if she's hot, fool, I'll put up with a lot of shit, dog. That's what I know. I know that for sure. Let me see, God. I got some comments from people and stuff hitting me up. Like, oh, yeah, the Disneyland shit. Let's start there. Let's start with the Disneyland stuff, because I got some feedback from y'all motherfuckers regarding Disneyland. Here, man, let me see. I got some here, dog. A couple of comments. Here's one right here. From Steve the photographer. Bro, listening to your Disney story and no mames. There's a pass called DAS, and I believe your nephew is eligible for it, who's autistic. It's pretty much the old school fast pass, but for people with disabilities and their guests up to 5 people. Ni modo, bro. Hopefully next time y'all will look into it. I know about this. Let me tell a couple stories about this, okay? Yes. I've done it for Universal Studios, okay? And I heard that, and then I tried it. I tried it for Disneyland, and they gave me pushback in Disneyland, dog. They wanted to see paperwork. And according to some of you people, apparently, they're not supposed to ask for proof or question it. But my ass, it's because they see me, fool, and they see a shady-ass fool, I think. They see me brown, right? They see me a mile away that I'm up to something, fool. It's how I feel. Because I go up to them, and I tell them, hey, dog, my nephew is autistic, dog. He has anxiety. He can't stand in line for a long time. I need some. And they're like, yes, I'm sorry. Unless you have proof or a doctor's note or a medical record, blah, 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 we can't help you. And I think it may be my delivery because I am half asking it because I'm a little embarrassed, right, to be asking for this. So in Disneyland, one time I got turned down for it. Okay. And Universal Studios, it worked for me one time. One time, it worked for me. And that time, my nephew wasn't even there. I think I had my 3 kids, and I told him that one of them was autistic. I forget which one, dog. I'm like, pick one. They're all special, but pick one, dog. They're all out there, fool, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure, sir. They wrote me up a pass right away. We got on all the rides. We were done in 30 minutes. It was amazing. It was great, right? Then I did it again, and this time they questioned me on Universal Studios. And they're like, hey, you see that kid right there licking the windows, fool? That motherfucker, se pone bien nervioso. He can't stand still. He can't stay in line for a long period of time. I need a pass, dog. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. We don't do that no more. You got to have a special note from your doctor and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, fool. I'm not going to sit there and argue with them, dog. I'm already embarrassed. I feel like the jig is up. So I just take no or that hesitation for an answer, right? A bigger person, a better person would argue this and get their way. Let me speak to your manager. Let me speak about, oh, heck no, right? And I guess that's the route I need to make that I don't take. So I walk out of there. So once I got told no in the studios and I got questioned in Disneyland one time, I haven't tried it again, right? I feel bad. Like, I feel like I don't want to get, it's embarrassing. At the end of the day, me da vergüenza, güey. And it's not cool, right? Like, you're not really supposed to do that. You're not supposed to lie like that, fool. But even though I wasn't technically lying this last time, my autistic nephew really was with us. And he really does have a tough time in line. Of course, right? He don't have that kind of attention span para ponerse en línea for an hour, dog. So that day we were 10 of us. So even then, they would have probably given us a pass for 5. Then that leaves out another 5 people. Whatever the fact is, the point is, we didn't go that route. And then my sister, the mom of my nephew, who's autistic, my sister's one of those people también, like, no, like, it's not cool to be using my son like that. She's one of those people, dog. Don't be using my son for things like that. It's not right, eh? Bringing attention to his disabilities. That shit, dog. That stuff. She did that because that one time we were in Universal Studios, when it worked, he was with us. And my sister got a little upset. Like, even though it worked, they gave us a pass, she got over it, of course, after a while. But at first, she's like, don't be doing that. That's fucked up. Tell him one of your kids is autistic. Tell him one of your kids is autistic. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'll tell him. But we got the real deal Holyfield here, dog. We got the real one. Authentic one right here, dog. But if you want me to, I'll tell him fucking Adrian is autistic. I don't give a shit. And then, she got a little hurt like that, right? So she's like, after a while, she's like, hey, that was pretty cool. We got on all the rides really fast. I know. Thank you, Brandon. Damn. So, anyways, that was that. So, yes, I get that. I get. And it's also pretty burned. Like, I literally got like 3 or 4 people telling me to do that same thing. So, it's pretty burned, dog. Another reason they're catching on to that shit, dog. But I've done it, and it's worked, and it hasn't worked. That's why I don't do it all the time. All right, let me see what else I got. I got a couple other people fucking hitting me. I didn't screenshot on. I just realized I didn't screenshot a lot of them. Ah, damn it. Let me see. What's this? There's a guy who was offering free food. There's a restaurant. I think that's it. I think that's the only one to screenshot it, dog. God damn it. Yeah. All right. All right, I'm going to say this, dog, and I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way because I love you motherfuckers. You guys are my fans, supporters. You guys are like the real ones, especially the ones that listen to this podcast, fool, all right? So that's why I'm going to come at you guys con ese disclaimer first, dog. But I got to get this off my mind, off my head, because I just read the damn fucking message again right now, fool, and it reminded me, all right? So a couple of weeks ago, all right, I had a show at the Bellflower Stand-Up Comedy Club, guys. All right. It's a small club. It only holds like 150 people in there, fool. All right. And I've done it like 3 times. I've sold it out all 3 times. Gracias a ustedes, way. Thank you guys for purchasing. And by the way, this particular club, I leave the tickets at only $20. Now, I'm doing 25 and up everywhere else. All the improvs, all the Laugh Factories, because those fucking places are corporate and I kind of have to. This is more of a mom and pop club where I can tell the owner, ask as a favor, hey, keep the tickets at $20, you know, because what I've realized, especially here in Bellflower, that a lot of real close friends, family, and followers, longtime followers, are coming to these shows. Like, I have genuine people who are friends. A lot of these people I know come to these shows, right? And so, obviously, some of these people are going to ask me to hook them up. And I can't hook up everybody, fool, right? So I say, let's leave it at $20 so I can at least tell my fans, my friends, hey, dude, like, it's only $20, dog. Like, no mames, way. Like, pay the $20, fool, right? And that's easier for me to tell you this, right? Porque ¿quién soy yo, güey, para decirte, paga, güey? You know? It's fucked up, right? Doesn't feel good. But anyways, so I pay the $20, fool, all right? I'm trying to get at is that, once again, I can't hook up everybody, fool. And some people hit me up, fool, all right? Family hit me up, cousins, neighbors, colleagues, coworkers. They hit me up, fool. They're like, hey, dude, can you hook me up with some tickets, dog? And again, my thing is like, when I can hook it up freely, I can, fool, but no siempre, way. You also got to understand that I get paid that's how I get paid. I get paid by a door split, fool. Like, the more people I let in for free, the smaller my check is going to be. And just put that in perspective a little bit, right? Second of all, like, I can't. Like, it looks bad with the clubs when people technically don't want to pay to see me. They want to come for free. And so the bigger my guest list is, this tells the comedy clubs, yeah, these guys are not willing to pay to see him. They just want to get hooked up. They're not good customers, fool. Like, these people, not good customers. He's not a good salesman. He's not that good at what he's not a fucking good comedian, basically, at the end of the day, bro. Because a good comedian, like, I pónganse right there, a Ralph Barbosa, way. Ralph Barbosa. He's charging $30, $40, $50 right now. Does anybody question it? No, way. No. And people say, oh, you're as funny as him. You're funnier than him. You're like him. You remind me of him. You're similar. Okay, oh, but hook me up with free tickets. Kind of shit. I'm like, okay, what? I know I'm a little all over the place. I'm trying to prove my point here, dog. But who questions his tail? Like, no one questions, hey, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pay for that. My own friends, fool. My own friends, best friends, BFFs, fool. Like, they hit me up for free tickets all the time, which they feel they can, right? Because we got that kind of relationship. I get it. But then a week later, they fucking message me, I just bought 5 tickets to go see Ralph Barbosa, VIP, front row, I paid $80. Oh, pues qué bonito, güey. Pues qué bonito, güey, no mames, güey. It kind of hurts, right? Kind of hurts. But it's what it is, dog, and I get it. I get hooked up, I get plugs. I got homies hooking me up with shit here and there, Disneyland, shoes, food, you know, bobbleheads. I get it. People hook me up. And trust me, I don't forget this. I do not forget this. I pay it back in return somehow, right? So with all that said, it's hard, guys. It's fucking hard. It puts me in a weird predicament. Ay, predicament, dog. And as much as I love you motherfuckers, no siempre puedo, güey. Pero trust me, when I can, I do. And with all that said, that doesn't mean for you to stop asking me. You can still ask because el que no pide, pues no come, ¿verdad? I get that part too. So I don't mind the ask, but please don't get mad at the answer sometimes, right? The response like, yeah, I can't, because I really truly can't. For example, going back to Bellflower, we make this arrangement, whatever you want to call it. We have 150 tickets to sell, all right? How many of these do you want to give away? He asks me. And I'll be like, 10? He's like, yeesh, 10 is a lot. Like, 10 is a lot. Let's do 6. Because it affects him. Because he gets a split off those tickets. He gets a cut off those tickets, off those $20. He gets a cut, I get a cut. So I'm also affecting his fucking pay, the owners, which obviously they're not going to like. So we usually settle around anywhere from 4 to 6 tickets, meaning these 4 to 6 tickets are for like literally family, friends, literally, you know? And that's where we settle at mostly. Okay? With all that said, I had a fan hit me up, right? And I'm not going to read the message because I don't know if he or she listens, right? But I really don't know because they just hit me up out of the blue with a beautiful little message. Hey, man, I'm a big fan. You know, they don't give me a sob story about being broke or anything like that. They just say how much of a fan they are, supporter. He or she wants to bring out her friends, family to come see me. Like, it starts off like that. I'm like, yo, that's dope. Thank you. They're like, can you hook me up with free tickets? Right? And I'm like, after the big speech paragraph, I'm like, yeah, I can hook you up with like 2. I can hook you up with 2. They said that they're going to bring like 8 people. They're going to have 8 people there at the show. And I'm like, okay, that sounds dope. I'll hook you up with 2. You and somebody else. You who wrote this message, who took their time out of their busy schedule, right? And reached out. Yeah, I'll give you and a guest a ticket. That's cool. And this person was like, I was hoping for all 8. You can't do all 8? You can't hook up all 8? Because I already she's like, I already talked you up. Like, I blew you up. And I, like, tell everybody about you. And all these people are excited to come see you. And I was hoping you can hook all of them up. And I'm like, yeah, no. I brought back I'm sorry. Now I got to be that guy, right? I'm sorry. The most I can do is 2. I appreciate you, though. The tickets are only $20. It's a Friday. It's going to be a great show. Like, I just appreciate you. Like, because back in my head, I also don't want to lose a sale, obviously, right? Like, I'm like, hey, man, like, I don't want to be a dick. Like, I am giving you 2 tickets. Like, I did say yes to free tickets, 2 of them. You know, and then fights back, like, comes back again and says, can you at least do 4? And I'm like, at this point, there's too much back and forth, right? So I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to stick to the 2. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. I already gave up, like, the rest of my tickets. Now 2 is what it is. I mean, I'll put you down for 2 and hope your friends can make it, I said. And pues dijo, pues, oh, well, yeah, okay, well, put me down for 2. Thank you. Blah, 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 blah. Right? This was like a couple of weeks leading up to the show, right? So a couple of days before the show, they remind me, hey, are we on the guest list? I said, yes, you are, for 2 tickets. I put you plus 1. Just tell me your name at the door. That's all good. And once again, they're like, you sure you can't do more? I'm like, I can't, dude. Like, I can't. At this point, the show's almost going to sell out. So I'm realizing these people haven't even bought their tickets like the other people. So I'm just like, no. And the show's almost sold out. There's only literally like 12 tickets left. So I suggest you, like, get them soon. Blah, blah, blah. But no, but your 2 are good, I said. And then I didn't hear back from this person. And then this person didn't show up. All right? Come day of the show, I actually only put 4 people total on that day. Those 2 people and another 2 people, right? Actually, 6 people because Raul Reyes had 2 people he wanted to hook up. So 6 people. And then, so from those 6 tickets, only 4 showed up, 2 didn't. And then the owner comes up to me, he's like, hey, bro, those 2 guests that you had, they didn't show up. I said, oh, yeah, pues ni modo, güey. Ni modo. It's kind of bothering me because if you didn't show up, that means all your other friends didn't show up. And all this talk about hyping me up and this and that and excited to see me and this and that, looking forward to a great time and da. You were doing all this for free tickets, dude, apparently, because now it didn't feel genuine. So that kind of bothered me. And then the owner was like, yeah, man, and there was a waiting list. There was people trying to get into the show who we said no to because we were reserving these tickets for you, these free tickets for you. Now, your other 4 people did show up, but these 2 didn't. We could have sold those 2 seats, you know? So not only you didn't show up, now you're also costing me money from people that could have been, who were willing to pay. You know what I'm saying? So all that, like, it bothered me, like, and it was sticking. And I'm only bringing it up because I saw that person's message right now again that I had screenshot it to remind myself to put it on the guest list. And that's where I want you guys to be at. And trust me, man, I got a lot of close friends here and friends and family and people who listen, fans, real fans who listen. And again, I don't want to discourage you from asking me for free tickets. I don't want you to do that. But just know that sometimes no puedo, way, and I, as much as I love you or I can't. And this is what happens sometimes when I do hook people up, and then they don't show up, right? And that's the other thing I've told other people when I do hook them up. When I hook up people, like people that I know, like when I go to Phoenix, any places like that, Texas, they'll be like, hey, hook me up with some tickets, dog. Like a person I have a little relationship with, and I'll be like, yeah, I got you. Just do me a favor, please spread the word. Let motherfuckers know. If these 2 free tickets got me 6 paid tickets, 4 paid tickets, it was all worth giving you those 2 tickets, dog. That's how I see it. So let you go, sí, claro, way. I got you. You're on the list. Just por favor, hook me up. Tell motherfuckers about the show, dog. And that's all I asked for, dog. Hoping that they do and that people do buy tickets. People that weren't going to buy tickets, but did because this person told him, you know? So it's a trip, dog. It's a trip. It's this is the backside of it, right? The dark side of the comedy, where like this is because a lot of things are happening behind the scenes, right? Like your percentage takes a hit. Like obviously I want better nights, I want better weekends, I want better dates, and the only way you get all that is by selling tickets, putting asses in seats, and people who are willing to pay to see you perform. So there's a bunch of comedians out there who give away all their tickets, just give away tickets. And those people get flat rates, small flat rates to perform. But they don't give a shit. They just want to perform and have a bunch of people at the show. But I actually do care. This is a real career. This is a real job for me, dog. So I need to hustle. I got to work hard to make have people want to pay to see me, dog. So it's a lot of that, bro. It's a lot of that. And I want to share this with you guys because I think you guys get it, man. From the messages that I get, from the feedback that I get from the podcast, you motherfuckers get it, dog. And I appreciate you motherfuckers, dog. I really do. I didn't want to get all preachy and shit, but it wasn't really in my head. It was bothering me that weekend of that show. It bothered me. Then I got over it, of course. And then I see the fucking screenshot right now again. And I'm like, oh yeah, this person. I got to bring this up again. Let me bring this up for a little bit. But yeah, all right. Let's switch it up here. There are a couple things I want to talk about, bro. I do have a couple things I want to talk about. Let me see here. Yeah, last week I think I shared a little too much again about that chick. Somebody asked me, hey, dog, does your family or friends or exes listen to your podcast? Short answer is no. I don't think so. Every once in a while, one of my sisters or somebody will bring up something I brought up in a podcast. I don't really say nothing bad. I really try to be careful what I say. What I'm sharing is something que primeramente no es mentira, güey. It's not a lie, so it's not like I'm making up shit. So it's just, and a lot of it for me is like a long time ago, like early 2000s, fool. Like that's it, fool. That time is past. What is that called when like the law of limitations. Is it limitations? Limitation, yeah, something like that, where it passes and you can't use that against that person anymore. Double jeopardy, is that what it is? uh, Fool, enough time has passed. I could share so many stories. Like I've said many times, I regret a lot of shit that I did, a lot of stuff that I did, bro. Like I look at myself, man. I look at old pictures of me, and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like I'm a different person, man. As my kids grow, I'm growing. It's kind of how I see it, dog. As these fools mature, I'm maturing with them, dog. I'm literally maturing with these fucking kids now, dog. Like I worry about stuff now. Like I worry about health and vitamins and eating healthy and getting enough sleep and washing my clothes and cleaning the house and cooking. And like I worry about stuff. That stuff right there, like those little things, I didn't worry about that before, dog. Like 10 years ago, I didn't worry about that. I didn't worry about going to the market, cooking, cleaning the house, dog. You know, like me and Jesus would do a lot of the cleaning of the house, dog. But I would I would help with other shit, around the house. But we took turns, is what I'm trying to tell you. But now I'm growing up, fool. So a lot of stuff that I share, old school stuff that I share, it's just storytelling for me, dog, at this point, right? Just sharing real cool things. And, yeah, man. All right. I want to talk a little bit about, I'm watching Invincible, bro. You guys know Invincible, fool? Invincible is a cartoon, a superhero cartoon. Speaking of nerd shit right now, I'm growing up to be a nerd, man, for real, dog. Guys, I don't know how many nerds listen to this podcast, dog, but if you haven't watched Invincible, a superhero cartoon on Prime Video, I encourage it. Man, it's really good, dog. My son got me into it. He wanted me to check it out. I said, all right, check it out with you, dog. It's a rated R cartoon, rated R superhero, and it's really good. It's not as good as like Deadpool kind of stuff, but it's a really good story. It's about a guy, young guy, 17 years old, who has a father who's like Superman, right? These are all completely new, different characters, superheroes, but they're kind of loosely based on, DC and Marvel. Loosely based off, loosely. They're pretty original also. They're pretty original characters. So the guy is like, there's a guy who's like a Superman who came from a planet, like kind of like Krypton, like where Superman came from. So he came from that planet. He has all the Superman powers, right? Fly, super strength, faster than a speeding bullet, toda la madre, bulletproof, dope fool, right? So obviously he marries this human. Now they have a teenager, and now the show starts with the teenager's waiting to get his powers, because eventually he's gonna get his powers once he hits like around puberty. So he's waiting for his powers. Finally gets his powers at 17, and now it's on, right? So he's the main guy, Invincible. That's what he calls himself. That's the name he gives himself, superhero name. His father, Omni-Man, you got to see, if I don't want to spoil too much, but he's a very interesting character. Very interesting character. He has a lot of skeletons in the closet. And the show takes you to what the fuck this guy's really up to, dog. Right? Because he's like Superman, but he's also kind of shady, and there's a dark side to this motherfucker, dog. So that's where it gets really interesting. It's really good. It's not even a bunch of other characters, bunch of other superheroes with real cool powers, with real cool strengths, and some of them, again, loosely based with some of our favorite characters, like a Thor, like a Hulk, like a Batman. There's loosely based characters on these guys. So that's kind of fun too, but they're in their own original way, right? New, different taste. And I really find myself enjoying this show. I'm only like in episode 3 or 4 right now, and I'm hooked, dog. I'm all in, bro. I'm all in, compa, dog. So I definitely strongly suggest that one for those of you guys. I know not everybody's into that superhero stuff. Again, I've never read comic books. I don't read comic books. I don't read, period, sometimes, ever. The books that I've read are audio books, dog. That's how I get down, all right? I'm very lazy when it comes to reading. I hate reading, dog. But you have to, the only reading I do is like memes. That's the only reading I fucking do, dog, and tweets. That's all I do, dog. Yeah, reading is bad for me. I don't have the patience for it. So comic books, as much as I'm fascinated by this genre of comic book sensations, I don't read comic books. So all I know is I learn from watching these Disney shows, Marvel movies, and now this new one I got on, right? And then I get to watch that. And then I'm watching YouTube videos that explain what the fuck I just saw, right? Because I need somebody to hold my hand and explain to me what I'm watching. And then that breakdown that I watch on YouTube makes me enjoy what I'm watching even more. Because now I feel like I'm in the joke. I'm in this world with them. I feel now included in what I just saw. Right? So it's important. It's fun. I watch it with my kids. We bond. It's fun. It's fun, dog. All right? The other thing I watched this weekend, I've been watching a lot of stuff, man, because I've been home a lot. Gracias a Dios. Gracias a Dios. I watched the Oscar de la Hoya documentary. Agárrense, cabrones. The Oscar de la Hoya documentary on HBO Max. Which, by the way, I'm also on HBO Max. It's not my weekend. Comedy special. Check it out if you haven't. We're in there. Well, what do we, Oscar de la Hoya and I, have in common? We're both on the same goddamn social streaming service. Anyways. Oscar de la Hoya documentary. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. I enjoyed it. Okay? It's getting great reviews. A lot of people are watching it. A lot of people are seeing it. A lot of people like it. I did too. I just wish it was a 2-part series of about an hour and a half each one, so about a total of 3 hours. I feel they could have gone like 4 to 6 episodes at about an hour each. Extend this a little bit longer, fool. I give props to Oscar for doing this, for, getting in front of that camera and opening up like he did. I get that. Props to the motherfucker. I've always been yes and no, I've been a fan. Yes, I respect all the shit he's accomplished, what he's meant to the sport, what he's doing now, Golden Boy Productions, stuff like that. I respect a lot of that stuff. But I've also known that he's also been a very different person behind all that, right? I've heard stories. I know people that work for him. I know people that hang out with him. I know people that party with him. I know people who know him. I personally have never met him. I've been to the Golden Boy studios, to the Golden Boy building. I was interviewed by the Golden Boy podcast when my comedy special dropped in 2019. I was in there, but I didn't get to meet him. He wasn't there. So this, I've always heard crazy stories about him, dog. And I don't want to say too much, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know, like he does a lot he parties hard, basically. He loves to party, right? And among other things, right? And trust me, dog. Trust me, I don't judge at all, because I look at him, fool, and I look at his life and what he accomplished and what he did and the money that he made, and I'm like, see, wait, and then how his looks, bro. I mean, that guy was a really good-looking guy, fool. Really good-looking dude. Of course, fool. Like, I related to a lot of things except for the good-looking thing. I know what you're saying, motherfuckers. Fuck you guys. Except for all his success and all his money and all his good looks, I really relate to him. I relate to him in all the other ways that he lives, such as having a hard time staying in a relationship, fucking things up, lying to women that he loves, not being the father that he wished he was. But even though, I mean, when my kids were small, I wasn't around as much as I should have been. For my kids, Diego and Adrian, my oldest, when they were from 0 to 5, I wasn't around that much. That's when I was hitting comedy at its hardest and my marriage falling apart. So there was a lot of tension, a lot of bad stuff going on at home as my babies were growing up from 0 to 5. Okay? I was on the road for a long period of times, and I wanted to be. I was out late nights. When I was on the road, I was out late nights at the Comedy Store, at the Laugh Factory, at the Improvs, at the Ice House, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was drinking a lot at that time. I was partying a lot. I was cheating a lot. I was doing a lot of bad things during that time, during the 0 to 5 age of my kids. And I regret that, fool. Regret that very much. Once we finally broke up, when they were around 5 and 6, my kids were like 5 and 6. That's when I fucking woke. Once she left me, fool, it's like, oh shit, this chick actually left. I gotta wake the fuck up. I gotta step the fuck up. I gotta figure this out. I gotta be a father. I gotta do my part. I don't want to be fighting in court. I don't want to lose my kids. I don't want to not be with my kids. I don't want my kids to hate me. My kids are realizing what's going on. Oh, dude, all these fucking things started happening, and I turned around, fool, 180, dog. He expresses a lot of that guilt. He expresses a lot of that remorse. He expresses a lot of stuff that he did with two of the women that he was with, especially that first wife, beautiful wife, like mine. My first wife, beautiful girl, beautiful, out of my league. He had a beautiful wife, and she spoke a lot like my ex-wife, fool. Like, she spoke like, I wanted the family thing. I wanted it all. I was like this, like in this illusion that everything was fine, you know. And the difference that my chick wasn't an actress or a model, but she was very like about her career. She was very career oriented. She wanted to make that money as well and wanted to build like a power couple together, dog. But yo, de pendejo, I was all selfish and partying and living it up and this and that. And eventually she kind of like said, all right, well, then I'll worry about myself. And then she started doing her own shit too. Like, all right, well, this motherfucker doesn't want what I want. I'm going to do my own shit too. And then everything just fell apart for him. And so anyways, he has a lot of things like that. For a lot of people, like Oscar had a lot of people around him who shouldn't have been around him, who were not there for the right reasons. I had a lot of people like that. I had a lot of friends like that, a lot of colleagues, comedians that I met at first who didn't give a fuck about me or what I'm going through. They just give a fuck about, you know, whatever it took to make it. And I was following that trend with them, dog. And I regret that, fool. You know, I was around a lot of fucking shady-ass, bad people, comics, bookers, managers, comedy club, fans, friends. I was just around a lot of fucking idiots doing a lot of dumb shit at the time, you know? And as I started getting a little popularity and started, you know, making fucking traction with this, fool, I started believing the hype. And at that, like 10 years ago, when I was like 3, 4, 5 years in the game, like people were calling me the next big thing. I'm going to be the next one and blah, blah, blah. You got it. This guy's going to be a star. And you like start believing it. I was caught up in all that shit, guys. I felt untouchable. I felt like, you know, like I'm going to be a star. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be rich. And I don't give a fuck. And that's how I felt, bro. And basically, and Oscar's living all that. He's literally doing that. Literally living that where I thought I was going to be. So that's where we relate, and you know, I'm sure he was fucking a lot of chicks every day, and you know, I wasn't fucking chicks every day, but a plethora as well, and all that just goes into your head, bro. Being out every night, free shit, free beers, free drinks, free clubs, everywhere we went, dog. Like with the circle that we hung out with, fool. I was partying hard, like from 2000, pues ya son casi 10 años, güey. So we're talking about from like 2011 to like 2015, 2016, up until probably my DUI, which was in 2018. Between that, like 2013 to 2018, that right there, no way. I was bad, fool. Partying it up, fool. Too much. But, and then, so he was like, damn, fool, this guy, I get what he's going through, but nah, but este way was times 10, times 20, you know, wait, of course, you know, this guy was him. He is the man, dog. He was the man, bro. I remember Oscar La Hoya, fool. And I was actually a fan of his, bro. I really was. Until I just didn't like the way he treated Chavez, right? I don't like the disrespect he was showing to Julio Cesar Chavez, because I was a huge Julio Cesar Chavez fan. Huge, bro. One of the biggest Julio Cesar. I love Julio Cesar Chavez, dog. Everything about him, bro. You know, his small stature, his, like, willingness to fucking die on that ring, bro. His cockiness, his everything, his swag, bro. Everything, his intimidation. Like, he didn't even speak English. He didn't give a shit. He just spoke Spanish. He stayed true to himself. Like gangsta ass fool, dog. That's like I looked up to that fool, and I respect Oscar La Hoya trying to chop this fool down and trying to be less. You know, I just didn't respect them, fool. But then by the second fight, by the second time that they fought, De La Hoya and Chavez, the tables had turned on me, fool. I think the Chavez was a bitch, fool. He was just a bitch, dog. And ugly side of Julio Cesar Chavez came out, bro. Sore loser, just a bad guy, bro. A bully, a pesado way, malo. Like I saw his bad side of Chavez that I didn't like. Like I didn't like how he treated his loss the first time he fought De La Hoya. Since that moment, I'm like, oh man, this guy is a bitch too, dog. And he let me down. His attitude of being a sore loser, and it let me down, fool, and it turned me into a De La Hoya fan. He kind of won me over a little bit. And then De La Hoya had like this charisma where like he was a little party, pretty boy. Like people, I'm like, they just hate on him because he's a good looking guy, and I didn't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that hater because he's a good looking dude. I don't want to be that guy. So I started turning on, and then I realized, dude, he's actually a good boxer. Like he's whooping everybody's ass. He's really good. He's fucking dope. He's representing Mexicans and Americans, Mexican-Americans, East LA. Like, yeah, fool. Then I started getting on his, like, bandwagon. I really did. And I started kind of getting away from the Chavez bandwagon just because Chavez, when his career was going down, I didn't like how he was taking it. He was taking it really sour, just being a real bitch about all that attitude he had, talking down about everybody and everything. And I didn't like that fool. I don't know. After a while, he just let me down, basically. He let me down. And De La Hoya did it, fool. Like, De La Hoya kept winning, kept taking on Trinidad, Camacho, taking on all these fools, Vargas, like all these fools that try to step up to him, he will whoop that ass, dog. And I would root for De La Hoya every time. Like, yeah, whoop on all these punks ass. The only fool I really liked that he beat up on was Gatti. I used to like Arturo Gatti. Arturo Gatti was a dope-ass Italian boxer. I love his style. I love how he fought, his grittiness. He was amazing. But he got to De La Hoya late in his career, and he got his ass whooped by De La Hoya. That's the only time that I was kind of low-key rooting for against De La Hoya, dog. But anyways, he beat up on everybody, and I respected that fool. I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking man right there, man. And then, of course, until his end of his career, where he started deteriorating and he wasn't the same person, and he started kind of like being a little too cocky and being a dick and just being a sore loser. Then I was like, yeah, fuck this guy, dog. I'm over him. I don't like cockiness, bro. Like, I'm not that, because that's why I'm not like that, bro. I'm really not. I may like sometimes act the way or act a certain way or just a lot of it's just for shits and giggles, for fun. I know Jesus used to like clown on me on American Wannabes about, oh, no, it's either way. Nah, it's not that. And I would clarify with him like that. And I get he's joking as well. We're having a good time. I never took it like serious because I know where I'm coming from. I know I'm not coming from a cockiness way. I'm coming from a old head way. I'm just tired. I'm just not in the mood. I just don't want to, I can't keep up with you. Like, I'd rather just sit down. I'd rather go home. Like, I don't need all these people in the green room. Like, I don't need all this attention. Like, I don't need all these people, like, hitting me up and partying with them and hanging out with them. I don't need to do all that, dog. Like, I'm just simply because I'm fucking 40 years old and I'm tired and I can't hang like that no more, and I don't want to hang like that no more. And, like, that's where I'm coming from. It's not that I'm cocky or I think I'm better than anybody. I just physically come from a place that I don't have the energy for that. That's basically where it was. Because we would be at shows and people want to hang out. People want to go, hey, let's go over here. Let's go party. Come to this bar. Come to this club. Come to this bar. Like, come over here. We got you. We'll pay for everything. And I'm just like, oh, nah, bro. Thanks, man. Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. And people were like, what's up with your boy, dog? Like, these things too good for us or what? And I'm just like, no, wait. It's fucking midnight. I'm good. I'm tired, dog. Like, but I get, and then sometimes I would go, and then I would have that resting bitch face, like, oh, I don't want to be here energy. Then I would come off as a dick like that. Like, sometimes, then people would be like, what's wrong with this fool, dog? Oh, you were such a boy, dog. I'm just like, hey, wait, like, it's not even like that, fool. Like, I appreciate all this, dog, but it's just not me right now, dog. Because to be honest with you, low-key, I'd rather just go either to my room by myself, turn on TV and chill in a hotel, or get myself a nice little lady, a nice girl to take back to the room. Those two options, either by myself or with a nice lady. I don't need to go out partying with a bunch of dudes, fucking getting drunk. For what? Like, I get nothing out of that, fool. I really don't get nothing out of that, dog. So that's the mindset that I'm at. Either I go home, go back to my place with a nice little chick, or just a woman, period, or fucking by myself, and I'm okay with that. Either one, fool. I'm good. All right. Ya me pasé de verga, güey. I just want to get a couple of those thoughts off my head, dog. But, yeah, fool, I think I rambled a little longer than I should have this time, fool. But listen, dog. I'm coming to Houston, Texas this Wednesday night, August 3rd? August 2nd. August 2nd? Is August? Yeah, August 2nd. August 2nd. Houston, Improv. August 3rd, Thursday, Arlington Improv. August 3rd. And then Friday, Toxicos are going to be in Merced, California. I heard it's already sold out, though, right? Then we're coming to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Friday, August 18th. Las Cruces, New Mexico. August 19th. El Paso, Texas. August 20th. All with those Toxicos. We're going to have a blast. Come hang out. Say what's up. And that's pretty much it. I'm out of here. Happy August, everybody. We got some big birthdays coming up. I get it. I know even my son, Nicolas' birthday is coming up. So, yeah, we'll make that happen. Next week, I don't know if I'm going to be able to record right away Sunday or Monday because I'm going to be in San Diego. I'm going to the Dodgers-Padres San Diego game on Monday at 1 p.m. day game. Got my ticket, so we might spend the night, Sunday night in the hotel. Wake up, go to the game, have a good time with the kids. Depending what time we get back that Monday, I'll record or not, bro. So if you're out there in San Diego at the game, get at me, dog. Let's have a beer, fool, all right? All the way, I'm out of here, fool. I'm Jerry G. Have a great rest of the week, dog. I'm out late.